Hello and a very, very good evening to you all. It's wonderful to be back here on a Thursday night. The evenings are getting lighter finally. It's really starting to feel a bit more like spring, and that's really good because it makes me feel better about it. I know it makes a lot of us feel a lot better about it. We can move past the wintertime blues and onto something a bit more, light and jolly. So I'm really excited once again to talk to our guests this evening because this is really a live stream all about sharing thoughts and inspirations from the day that has just gone by. So, Peter, it's really lovely to have you once again on the stream with us. How are you, Peter?
Where am I? There I am.
There you
are. It's very exciting. How long have we been doing this now, Richard?
I think this is our 14th episode, which means
14?
Which is almost 14 consecutively, actually.
There's West End shows that have not lasted as long as this one. And television series have been canned after much fewer episodes than this. So we're doing pretty well.
Well, no, it's not bad, is it, really, for starting from scratch? And we've gradually built it up over the last couple of weeks. We've started to get some fancier signage, and the studio's looking quite nice here. I'm starting to feel at home a little bit more.
I think you've also got some classier guests on. You've got people who actually know what they're doing, and that makes quite a lot of difference, I think.
It does. It's really important, and I'm glad that we've really upped the ante as we've gone through the weeks. I think you were on the first show, weren't you, Peter?
Pardon?
You were on the first show, weren't you?
I'm here to sort of bring the whole thing down to earth and stop it getting just a bit too fancy.
Is that right? Okay. So that's what your function is, right? We'll make a note of that, and
as you will see later on, with that highly effective television quiz game, The Lobster Ladder. So
I'm looking forward to another round of that tonight.
You're not looking forward to it. I know. I know you hate it.
But that's what makes it funny.
Don't dissemble, Richard.
I have to put me through this once again. Please end the lockdown. Well, it's lovely to see you again, Peter, and we'll come back and find out more about what the lobsters will be questioning us all on in just a moment. I'm going to jump across and say hi to Stephanie, who is joining us again on the stream. Stephanie, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks.
You are?
Yeah.
It's nice to see the light again coming in through the window. Even yesterday it was a bit darker, and tonight we've just got a bit of sun, which is great.
It's nice. I know that round about the equinox, it's the equinox, which was the 21st, it gets fast. It's fast. The daylight gets longer, faster.
Yeah, because we're into the uphill slope now into I was going to say into Christmas, into the summer.
Yay!
Yeah, which is great. So this evening you're going to play some harp for us, but before you do that, I believe because you said at the beginning of the week you had a bit of a project going on. And
yes.
Do you want to share with us what you've been doing?
Today I did the project. I took my Primark sweatshirt and I embroidered flowers on it. You see it?
Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Wow.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's fantastic. How long did that take you?
About 3 hours.
That's not bad. I mean, I know what I did in 3 hours yesterday. It definitely wasn't that. So is that the finished article then? Or are you adding more to it? Or are you...
I was going to add more, and then I'm dubious about the quality of the sweatshirt, being only a £5 from Primark, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea to embroider and put a lot of energy into that one. Now that I know that it's a good thing to do and it works, maybe I'll make myself a sweatshirt out of decent quality fabric and then embroider all over it so I know it will last.
So have you got enough fabric to do that with?
No.
Because I was going to... Well, knowing you probably had. You got quite a secret stash in places.
Yeah, there's a few secret stash, but there's no sweatshirting fabric.
Oh. So out of luck. Can you knit? No, you can't embroider onto knit wool, can you?
You can.
Can you?
You can, but I don't know. You've spent all that time knitting something that it could go so horribly wrong, couldn't it? If you embroider something on it. It seems. It seems
You're talking to me. I've got no experience in this, but it's what is great is I can look at what you do and think I can really appreciate looking at something and like admiring it for what it is, because I know that I just can't do it. There's not even a hope in hell that I'm even going to get close. I can hardly get the thing through the needle.
Yeah, actually, I've never seen you sew.
It's not a pretty sight. I think I did my year 5 DT project was the last time I sewed, and I think that was literally just an inner sole and a piece of material over the toe cap.
What was it meant to be?
I think it was meant to be a slipper, but it did take me about 10 weeks, I think, to finish it, or however long a term is. that's a fail.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit like your pork pie salad.
My pork pie salad, that was amazing. I got a B- for that at school. That was literally a bowl of rice, and it was just a big bowl of rice. I mean, we're talking about maybe a couple of bags of rice here. And then an entire set of pork pies cut into eighths, just laid up on top. And that was my cooking for the week. Again, I think I wrote notes about that and brought it in, and I did my evaluation, I did the planning, I did the prep. B-, pork pie salad.
Was it just rice and pork pies?
It was just, honestly, there was nothing else. There wasn't even a garnish.
They're two good food products, though.
But I mean, come on, that surely says something about the school system where you get a B- for that. I mean, I think that's a U. I suppose you could technically eat it. Well, actually, I don't know if you could eat the rice. It was so congealed.
I taught you for that project, and she can't cook at all. So I think she must admired your style.
Well, anyway, so I'm gonna go and say hi to Paul and Sam who have joined us in the green room tonight. But in a moment we're going to come back and we're going to hear some beautiful harp from you again tonight, which is great. What are you going to play for us tonight?
I'm going to play a piece that I wrote. It was the first piece I wrote for the harp, and I actually wrote it for a lap harp. I'm going to play on today. It's called "To the Mackerel," and it's about, you've got to imagine that there's a signpost in the sea. There's "To the Mackerel." A bit like, like when you go to, there's a sign at the top of the thing. It says "To the beach." It's like "To the Mackerel." Like you're on a boat and there's a signpost.
And that's what you're looking for.
It doesn't actually work like that in real life, but
it should be.
It should be.
Brilliant. There's another bit of this "To the Mackerel" story that I wouldn't mind just sharing, because we got married last year, and for the anthem in the middle of the church service, I thought it would be a nice idea to take your tune and to turn it into the anthem. And I do remember your face when you realised what had happened.
The words were hilarious. And then you put hallelujahs at the end to make it sound like it's a religious piece.
Well, of course, that's what you've got to do if you're in a church. You get away with anything as long as you put amens, hallelujahs, and maybe the odd. Well, yeah. So that's how it works, isn't it? Brilliant. So brilliant. So in a moment we'll come back and we're here till the mackerel played as it should be on the harp, rather than the convoluted version that I arranged for you.
Church choir, organ, piano, and tin whistle. I think you arranged it for.
Now, actually, speaking of tin whistle, you featured on the beginning of Saoirse Martin's track that we heard on Sunday. Now, you still claim you can't play the tin whistle, but it sounds to me like you. At what point did you realise you actually could? Because in that recording session that day,
I had to get the finger chart out and work out what notes were what, and just memorise it. So technically, I still can't play the tin whistle.
Technically, you can't play it, but it sounds like a tin whistle should, and to anybody listening, it sounds like a beautiful tin whistle. So I don't know. I think you're doing yourself a disservice on that.
Maybe I'll learn it properly in this lockdown.
Yes.
maybe by next week, my project will be learn the tin whistle.
Brilliant. That sounds good. Okay, we'll see you here next Thursday with the tin whistle in hand. Well, thank you, and I look forward to hearing to the mackerel in a moment. I'm just going to cut across and say hi to Sam, because Sam, normally I come to Sam at the end, and he's normally in the lobster game, but I thought I'd just sort of check in on you, Sam, and say how you doing.
Hello.
How's it going, Sam?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You've been doing quite a lot of exciting stuff tonight. During the day, actually, together with Toby. I've seen all sorts of cool graphics going past, and I think we're streaming now to multiple platforms.
Yeah. Toby has set us up on Twitch and YouTube, and as well as Facebook Live. I'm not sure. Is there another one as well?
I think tomorrow we're going to try Periscope as well, because those are the 4 main platforms, I believe. That's quite exciting, because we haven't done that before.
We've got some new branding as well. I think we had a comment on Twitch. Someone saying, commenting a question, saying 10 hours to make a slipper, question mark. So I'm not
10 hours to make a slipper. No, 10 weeks. It was 10 weeks to make a slipper.
10 weeks.
I mean, seriously, I'm that bad at sewing. It's really not good.
I once made a pillow once. I was very happy with my pillow. It was a salmon orange with a bright green alien on it. Kind of looked like a bit like something that might come out your nose. But it was good. It was a nice. Although I don't think I was very good. I think we had a cupboard where everyone was storing their pillows at the inside bit, whilst we made the outside bit. And I think I ended up nabbing someone's pillow.
So you sewed it and you then nicked someone else's pillow.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have thought of that. That would have been good. I could have slipped my slipper over to someone else and claimed the shoe.
Other than that, I don't have much experience sewing. I went to Scouts and Beavers, so I did a bit there. I had to sew my own badges on my sleeve. And yeah, I think the first badge you get is your sewing badge. So yeah, once you've sewed on your sewing badge, then you're officially accredited as a badge sewer.
I think you and I went to different Scouts, because I never got my sewing badge.
I went to Sea Scouts.
That explains it then. That's the other side.
Yeah. All those gnarled, weather-beaten Sea Scouts. Yeah. Which Scouts did you go to?
Oh, just the bog standard, normal Scouts with ropes and the land Scouts, whatever the land Scouts are.
Yeah, with the ropes. I think Paul was he a Scout lead?
I was going to say, I think definitely, Paul. You've got quite an affinity with Scouting, haven't you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm a district commissioner for Christchurch.
Because you recently, I believe, got an award from the Scouts, didn't you, Paul?
I did. Got the Medal of Merit.
Oh, well, I remember you showing me. That's fantastic. What was that for?
Back in a minute.
Oh, I think we're going to join Paul in a moment. Paul can tell us a bit more about his Scouting merits and achievements in just a moment. I think he's had to rush off. So, well, I think if Stephanie's ready, I think we can probably cut across to Stephanie and say hi. And listen to some beautiful music. So now, Toby, this is not on the live stream. That's it. It's across on the. I'll just cut across here and open up the microphone as well, so we can hear her. So there we go. Take it away, Stephanie. Thank you very much. That's absolutely brilliant, Stephanie. Oh, thank you so much for that. It really brings back memories for me from last year, and I love it when you play that piece. It's really calm and soothing, and really evokes quite a lot of thought in that. So
It's you chose to do it as a joke, didn't you, for our wedding? Because every harp that I tried out, anywhere we went, if we happened to, be near a harp shop on holiday, I tried out every single harp with that piece of music.
yeah, you say that every time we went near a harp shop on holiday, which we just happened to stumble across. It's not as though that was planned at all or anything by you.
It was quite exciting.
It was
trying out all those different harps.
It was. Well, I enjoyed it as well because it meant I got to play on all sorts. Well, not that I can play, but I got to experience and play all sorts of different, really expensive instruments. It was fantastic.
Yeah, some of them are worth a fortune.
I mean, talking of different harps, maybe could you explain a little bit about the different styles of harps? Because the Kamak harp that you've just played is a particular type of harp. What's
Yes, it's a folk harp. Some people call it an Irish harp or a clarsach, which is like Gaelic for a small harp, and it's got levers. So these are like your semitones. But the harp I was playing last week is a pedal harp, and that has got more. It's got pedals around the bottom, which you change the pitch with. So you change them with your feet. So on the harp, you can play like any music on either harp, but you tend to play the pedal harp in an orchestra or play more classical music on it because it's got more of it's just got a bigger range and more notes. Whereas these harps here are absolutely perfect for playing Irish music and folk music, which I love playing. So, and also they're brilliant because you can just sling it in the back of the car without using a trolley.
I was going to say, because I've seen you move that massive pedal harp, but it is quite a beast, isn't it?
It really is. There's a knack. There is a knack to moving a pedal harp. You don't ever actually have to lift it up. So even though it's like 32 kilograms, it never feels like that. It's just awkward getting it out the front door because of all those steps and the slope. I actually want a disabled ramp to actually wheel it in and out of the house with. I'm seriously considering getting one when Screwfix. I think I saw one in Screwfix. I think when Screwfix opens up, when all this lockdown's over and I need to move that harp again, I'm getting myself a portable disabled lamp.
Well, I can see that Sam might want to jump in. I wonder, Sam, have you got a question for Stephanie here?
Yeah, so David has been messaging in on Facebook, and he says, first of all, beautiful, I presume in response to the harp playing. And he says, I would love to know how a beautiful harp song gained a name like To the Mackerel. To the Mackerel, yes.
Well, like mackerel are beautiful fish, aren't they?
I don't know.
They're really, really beautiful, and they're really sparkly. When you see a shoal of mackerel off a boat, they actually glimmer and they reflect the light. And when you see, like, say you go to the fishmonger and you buy a mackerel, they are really beautiful and they're kind of stripy. I just think they're beautiful fish. And also it's just that I just like being out on a boat on like a calm sea. It's just a very relaxing thing. So that's why it's like To the Mackerel. Just because for me, I suppose for most people, maybe a mackerel is not really an inspiring thing. Maybe it's something you have as a kipper, but kippers are good too. But I just think that I just love mackerel fishing and going out.
Well, I think you've told me that kippers are your favourite food, so that must be it.
And black pudding, just three very odd foods, and definitely not vegan.
Oh, brilliant!
You're very salty.
Yeah, Sam is vegan, but which
Okay.
at some point we will come to that topic. I'm looking forward to that.
Vegetarian haggis is also very, very good. is made of lentils.
I mean, basically, haggis is fantastic as long as it's got the word haggis in it. I mean, haggis is one of those foods that is just amazing. It's
It is.
we missed Burns Night this year, I think. Maybe we
Yeah,
can celebrate Burns Night a bit late.
I tend to just go and buy a haggis anyway, don't I, when I'm in Sainsbury's?
Yeah, haggis and chips was my favourite meal, I think.
Or gravy, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, like I said, thank you so much for sharing that beautiful piece on the harp for us tonight, Stephanie. And that is really what the essence of this stream is about. It's about sharing. It's about just bringing inspirations and really it's really a platform to showcase your talents and skills and thoughts during this time of need. To be honest, across the world in this pandemic. So. I'm really grateful to Stephanie for sharing that, and I hope Stephanie will come back and share more harp music as we go through the weeks. But if you've got something you'd like to share with us, whether that's music, whether that's art, whether that's maybe just a poem, or maybe just a random thought for the day, it could just be a shape or just something that you see during the day that you think, do you know what, that triggers my imagination, send it in to us, and whatever shape or size it is, we'll do something with it, or we'll get you on and get you on the stream. That'd be fantastic. And I was talking just before to Paul a little bit about his achievements as a scouting leader, and I think Paul has been off to find that, and I can cut across to Paul now and say hi again, Paul, because I think you've got something visual to show us and tell us a bit more. Oh, I think Paul's just got he's just muted on his mic. Sorry, Paul. I wonder if you could just turn your microphone on for us. There we go.
There.
Oh, fantastic. Sorry about that, Paul.
Right.
You were just telling us.
I was given this by the county commissioner for 34 years in scouting. Being a good boy and doing what I'm told, basically.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So what age were you when you started?
I was 17 when I started.
Wow.
When I was a Carpenter Scout. Somebody was mentioning Sea Scouts just now. I was a beaver leader at Lilliput. And that's a Sea Scout group in Poole.
That's the one I went to.
I'm just wondering if there's been any chance that, Paul, you were the leader when Sam was there.
No.
How long ago were you there, Paul?
Probably. It was 10, 11 years ago. I've been there with that group.
Yeah, I would have been. Actually, I can't remember what age you do scouts now. 10, 11 years ago, I would have been. How old? 15. I was probably a bit old by then.
Yeah. Yeah, the other section.
Oh, fantastic. But you must have been very close to sort of being together in that, you know, even if it must be just a couple of years, if that.
It's not that long. This, like I said, I was with Lilliput for 12 years. I was an assistant beaver leader and then took the colony over. They asked me to be group scout leader and I turned them down. Yeah, I had a brilliant time. Scouting is more or less a job, if you like, looking after youngsters. Even now we're under lockdown, there's a lot of people doing things online. Scouting hasn't stopped even though we're in lockdown. Still doing it.
Are you still involved with the groups then?
No.
You're not. So you've stepped down from that, have you?
I'm just a commissioner now. I get issues at these things.
Oh, I see. So tell me a bit more about what a commissioner does then, because I don't know. You've gone out of my realms of scouting knowledge now.
What a district commissioner does, he's in charge of the whole district of over 500 young people. And his job is to go around to different scout groups to make sure they're running properly. And if there's any problems, then the district commissioner can get the young people involved in helping out the scout group. You don't have to be qualified. Just turn up one night a week, and like I done, because I was told I was going to do it one night a week, and that's nearly 35 years ago.
Oh wow.
Scouting is fun. Should be paid. We've been in here for what?
Well, I know that I know it's obviously been a big part of your life, and it's amazing. Well, what did getting the award make you feel, Paul?
Well, it makes me feel that I have achieved something, and I was surprised when I got it.
So you had no idea that you were going to get it?
No, nobody does. It gets nominated for them. And I had a letter from the county commissioner to say I have to go to Christchurch on the 17th of February of this year because they had an annual general meeting out there. And that's when I got this. I didn't know I was getting it. It's a total surprise.
Oh, fantastic. What a wonderful thing.
It is. And I was doing like I did last night with the, the sheets of paper I showed you. I was doing that with them. They're showing.
Yeah, the anagrams that you were doing yesterday.
They couldn't get them either. Biggest majority of the adults couldn't get them, but children did.
Really? Well, there's a lot to be said for kids, definitely. Oh, well, Paul, thank you so much for sharing that. There's one other thing while I've got you on the screen. Paul, I believe it's your birthday now. Did you say it was on Saturday?
Yeah.
So we're not unfortunately streaming on Saturday night, but I figured that as tomorrow's a bit of a special night for us here, we're going to do a live event. I think it's probably only apt that we say happy birthday to you on the stream tonight. So thank you so much for being part of our streaming community. And I can see that Sam's put up the party emoji then. So yeah, have a very happy birthday on Saturday, Paul. I've been really appreciating you being involved with this and bringing your thoughts and inspirations to this.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. There'll be quite a few of those on Saturday, no doubt.
Right.
I hope so.
It'll be like the NHS. People will be clapping out their windows again.
Yeah. Doing that 8 o'clock tonight. Get everybody coming out on Bournemouth Road to applaud the NHS.
Yes, so we'll be joining them again tonight to clap as well, because I think that's a really, really super worthwhile thing to do.
I think so, because they do a lot.
They
are
do.
doing a lot.
Brilliant. Well, Paul, thank you so much. Have a really happy birthday and come back on Sunday and tell us all about it.
I will do.
Brilliant. So, like I said, we're going to. This is all about sharing and sort of bringing things forward, inspirations. So, I'm going to play a short piece on the piano now, and then we're going to get ready for Lobster Ladder, which I'm thrilled as I always am. There's my thrilled face, Peter. I'm really looking forward to this one tonight. It's going to be a scorcher. But before we do that, I'm going to play a short piece and lead us into Lobster Ladder. Give us a moment of reflection just before we do that. And I think I've got some small images, I think, on our mosaic system down here. there's a short chance just to go outdoors for a bit, which is something that we've been trying to do on this stream, which is to get back outdoors again and sort of bring back some of those memories of being able to go outside. And I can't wait to once again, as I'm sure we all can't wait to go back outside and enjoy that again. But that's definitely one of the themes that we're trying to bring through this stream as we go forward. Now, those shots were taken by our producer Toby in Cornwall last year when he borrowed our drone and then went off and shot those over the beautiful cliffs down in Cornwall. So I'm thrilled that we've got those images, and we'll try to bring more images of different things of the outdoors as we go forwards over the coming weeks. But Peter, it's now time for another round of Lobster Ladder. Lobster Ladder is what is Lobster Ladder, Peter? What is Lobster Ladder?
Lobster Ladder is a quiz show in which we try and race lobsters up the ladder to the winning rung, to the top of the ladder. Richard complained to me that he couldn't see me answering questions and he couldn't see the lobsters. So it's either the lobsters or me. And I think I've got my Question Master waistcoat on. So I think we're going to see the lobsters now. So we need the two teams. Who are the teams today?
Well, I mean, Sam has been doing pretty well at this actually. I wonder if maybe I should go with maybe we should have a family team. So maybe Stephanie and I should go on the same team, and maybe Sam and Paul on the other team. What do you think?
Right.
Yeah, sounds good. We're going to lose, Richard.
Which of the
I know.
I know there should be positive thinking and everything, but you and I both know how bad we are at quizzes.
right?
Me and Paul got a devilish intellect between us.
Richard and Steph are Red Lobster, Sir Lorenzo Lobster, and Sam and his team. Anybody you can muster up there, Sam.
Paul.
You have Louise Lobster, okay? And
I think this is a bit biased towards the yellow lobster, if I'm honest, because I won last night with the yellow lobster and Sam won the night before with the yellow lobster. So I think we're screwed anyway, Stephanie, because that red lobster just doesn't want to know.
He's a bit lazy.
However, you have some panda questions tonight. Stephanie invited questions about pandas, so here we are with pandas.
Oh dear.
Brilliant.
So everything you know about panda. So for first question.
Perfect, Peter.
Where do giant pandas live?
Oh, it must be
China.
China?
China. Was that Stephanie?
Yeah.
No.
I think Sam got in there first, not to throw us under the bus.
And you're going to have to buzz in so that I know before you answer. So please buzz.
Paul, our sound can be. Oh.
And Richard, if you do a ting for your team. Yes, thank you. Okay.
I've got
So
something
you
better.
give that one to Sam.
See, it's the yellow lobster again every time.
Right.
Perfect. Sam's got the.
Apologies to your ears.
Moving up a rung. There we are. Look at that.
Is that an albino lobster? He's got red eyes, hasn't he?
Right. Next question. A
lobster's diet consists of 99% what?
Plankton?
Lobster.
Lobsters? I thought it was pandas.
Wait,
Lobsters don't eat pandas, do they?
A panda's diet consists of 99%.
Pandas.
Oh, panda.
He said lobster.
Bamboo. It's got to be bamboo.
Bamboo.
Oh,
I haven't heard a ting or a buzz
Oh.
yet.
Bamboo.
chocolate and tissues.
What's the answer?
Bamboo.
Bamboo.
I think it's the latency on the internet. This is unfair.
Yeah. Here's the red lobster moving up. This must be so exciting.
Well,
on
now,
television.
Peter, hang on a minute. I believe Arthur's going to join us as a latecomer to the party tonight. He's
He'll have to support Sam, I think.
Hang on.
Wait a minute.
Evening,
Right.
Arthur. You've come just at the crucial moment. It's 1-1 in Lobster Ladder. One all in Lobster Ladder, Arthur. Oh, we'll let him sort his microphone out and he can pitch in when he can.
Right.
Oh, we've got another panda question.
The
Pandas or lobsters?
the panda is unique in having a fifth digit,
Tail. Sorry.
and it's called a thumb. What is the thumb in a panda used for?
Oh, come on, Stephanie.
Sorry, I've got too many answers going around my head right now. Eye gouging.
What's the panda's fifth digit used for?
Eye gouging.
Would the red team like to have a go at this?
Well, I know what print looks like, but I don't know what they use it. Breaking bamboo.
Well, I'm going to give you that. It's for holding bamboo.
Oh, there you go. Brilliant.
Bamboo. So the red lobster, Sir Lawrence a lobster, moves into the lead up one more run.
Perfect.
God, this is exciting.
Oh.
This is real lobster cam here. Look. Right. I have to kill the question. Right. A female. Right. A female named Jar Jar was the oldest giant panda ever in captivity. How old was she when she died? How old,
She's 56.
Yeah. Sam?
Who's answering for me?
I can't hear.
I think
It's 56.
No, not 56.
99.
Not 99. Lower.
118.
Lower.
Oh,
88.
Lower.
27.
How much?
37.
I'm going to give you that with 38.
Oh, oh nearest one. That'll do.
Lobster moving up all their neck and neck.
Oh, I thought they lived to their hundreds or something.
They live between 20 and 30 years. Right, I've run out of panda questions, so there's one more question to answer to see who's going to win this. So I'm going to go on to general animal questions, which is, stand by, how many hearts does an octopus have?
3.
Yes, Sam,
I think Paul's got this one.
go on.
3.
3 is correct.
Oh, is that the end of the Lobster Ladder? Have they made it?
So, how do you feel about winning for a third time in a row?
Ah, incredible.
Right, that's enough from him. So, a splendid.
High five, Paul.
This is a clean sweep by Yellow Lobster. Louise Lobster.
I was going to say it was neck and neck for a minute, but the lobsters don't have necks, so claw and claw. The most exciting round yet, Peter.
Well, I think we got there in the end.
I'll tell you what, when lockdown's finished, we're going to look back on this. These are going to be the defining moments of.
I think these are going to be the cultural shift. You know, people are going to move from opera and ballet to lobster quizzes. I'm pretty sure of that.
I agree. I can't see any reason why they wouldn't possibly do that. And hopefully by next week we'll be back with a brand new title sequence for the Lobster Ladder, I think, and we've got to do it, haven't we?
We're not doing it again, are we? Oh, goodness me.
Well, maybe next week.
I think we're going to get letters in saying, please, no more Lobster Ladder.
So if you're out there, please, if you would like to join us for Lobster Ladder, please. Yes, please do my job.
Yeah. We'll have a phone poll. Can you do a poll, Sam, on social media for those who want more Lobster Ladder?
Yes.
What do you want me to do with the poll?
Who wants more Lobster Ladder?
Oh, I see a poll. P-O-L-L. Yeah.
Yes. Not a parrot. We do a parrot ladder another day.
Oh, brilliant. Well,
Right, do something cultural, Richard.
something cultural. All right, let's throw it back to me to say cultural. All right, fair enough. Well, we are almost at the end of our streaming session tonight. But just before we do go, I'm going to cut across to the Mr. Culture himself in Prague. I wonder if you can hear us, Arthur. Not quite. I think he hasn't quite got his microphone plugged in there. This is what happens when you come late to the party. But well, I tell you what. In that case, I will jump in with something cultural. Oh, might not happen. Actually, hang on. Yes, it will. I'm going to just head over to here, and I will play something cultural for you guys. Just a moment. So let's see. That's what's gone wrong. Sorry, that's really bad on my part. The battery's fallen out. So there we go. We're back online and we're all ready to go. So that's good. So I'm going to play some music. As we went to the moon yesterday, I thought it was only appropriate to kind of head out to the stars tonight. So I think we've got some star clips that we can add into this. So that's a quick trip out to the stars there this evening, which I thought would be quite appropriate. Not only is it appropriate because we were talking about the moon yesterday, but also tonight is the very first BAFTA Online Gaming Awards. And I'm quite excited to see this because I think it's going to set a bit of a precedent in terms of what is possible online. I know Dara O'Brien has been filming in his basement, and I'm intrigued to see how they go about this and what the response is to it, because I think we'll certainly be watching it, because it'd be really interesting to see how it all fits together online and on social media without the sort of the backbone of the TV broadcasting studio. And that really interests us, because I think it should show us how we could do it, because it should give us lots of ideas on that. But just before I do go, it wouldn't be fair to go unless I can check in with Arthur in Prague just very quickly, Mr. Culture himself. I don't think he's got his microphone plugged in tonight, which is a shame. But maybe you could just give us a wave there. So give us a smile and a wave. There he is. Good evening, Prague. So hopefully we'll have Arthur back right and ready on Sunday evening for you. But if you are around tomorrow night, do join us for a very special episode. We're not doing Behind the Piano tomorrow. I'm going to be on my balcony upstairs overlooking Poole Harbour, and we'll be doing a very special live set starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, which is really exciting for me because it's a chance for me to be creative and explore a new genre of music that I've always wanted to kind of get into, and now it feels that we're in lockdown. Now is the chance for me to kind of do that and to kind of get stuck into that. So I do hope you'll join me for that, for a very different experience. And once again, the idea of that is really to go outdoors and to have a little snippet of what is out there. So please do join me at 7 o'clock if you're interested in seeing that from us. But from us tonight, from everybody in the green room tonight, it's been wonderful. We've really enjoyed Lobster Ladder. We've had some beautiful harp music from Stephanie from To the Mackerel. Thank you, Paul, so much for sharing about your Scouts and your merit and your award there. And Sam, as always, it's been a pleasure to have you on the stream this evening. Thank you for your horn playing. Spot on. Brilliant. And once again, thank you to Toby for producing the show. It's been great fun, and Toby and Sam have been working really hard to stream this across multiple platforms this evening. So we're thrilled to be going live on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all worked, and we'll look forward to doing that again in the future for you. But from me tonight, that's all. Thank you very much, and have a really good rest of the evening. Enjoy.